One of the more controversial topics when it comes to the Xbox Series X and S has been the onboard storage. Now, I personally feel that neither console has enough onboard storage out of the box, and of course, they offer an expandable storage slot in the back that previously Seagate made the only expandable storage SSD drives for the console. Now, you could expand the storage in other ways with a USB drive or a portable HDD drive. However, those games could only store Xbox One, Xbox 360, and Xbox original games. The Series X and S optimized games could only be stored on the internal SSD or the external cards previously available only by Seagate. Now, the Xbox Series S and X, when it comes to storage, the Series X has 1 terabyte and the Series S has 512 gigabytes of storage when it comes to the SSDs. Unfortunately, you don't get the entire size of that because some of it is dedicated to the operating system, which does then cut down the amount of available storage for you to use. I've said previously that this is not enough, especially with the size of game files. Call of Duty, namely, on its own, is over 120 gigabytes. The Master Chief Collection, if you're playing that on the Xbox, does take up an over, I believe, 130 gigabytes of file size. So when you're talking about having game files that are this big, the onboard storage, of course, isn't nearly enough. And especially with the Series S being a digital-only console, if you have to delete things and re-download them, that could take you upwards to days to move things around. With the onboard storage and the extra storage slot on the back, they previously only offered the Seagate memory card, and that did come in 2 sizes. And as of right now, WD Black has actually offered a cheaper alternative. There is a 1 terabyte expansion card that is available for $149 and a 512 gigabyte expansion card for the Series X and S for $79.99. I would expect them to pretty much perform the same, and the Seagate expansion for the 512 for some reason is actually $10 more. It really just depends on what brand you want to go with. I did previously cover in a video that somebody had modded a storage expansion card slot to be able to accept different types of memory, but that of course was something that somebody did on their own. It wasn't anything official or supported by Microsoft at the time. But now they are launching these new cards. I'm wondering if they had a marketing deal that has just recently expired, because the consoles have been out now for over 2 years. And while the PlayStation 5 didn't have expandable storage out of the box, they did add that support to it later on. And you have a whole list of different brands that you can buy from. As long as it meets the read and write speeds, they let you put whatever SSD into your console that you want. So the fact that Microsoft has limited that is a little anti-consumer, and it is nice now that they're offering more. The Xbox games as a brand has really moved more towards a digital future, with a lot of discs that are being sold in stores acting essentially like unlock keys, where you have to download the majority of the games from the internet anyway, and you don't download much from the disc. I know Halo Infinite was this way. I know Call of Duty, the most modern warfare that has come out, Modern Warfare 2, was like this. So with them really moving more towards a digital future, they really do need to offer better prices for these memory cards, and they need to offer also more onboard storage when it comes to the consoles. But I'd like to thank you guys for joining me here today. Let me know what you use for extra storage on your Xbox consoles in the comments section down below. If you guys are new around here, consider subscribing. I upload content weekly. But until next time, I'd like to thank you for joining me here today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.